Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Rustlers fans of all ages, welcome and thank you for joining us here in Wainwright. It's our mental health awareness night for the Wainwright Rustlers. They'll be joined by some youngsters on the ice. Or sorry, they were joined by some youngsters on the ice in warm-ups. They got their honorary captain out there now. We got a good night of hockey ahead of us here. It's a battle for first place between your Wainwright Rustlers and the Paradise Hill Hawks, who currently hold the league's top spot by a single point over the Wainwright Rustlers. Tommy Eisenman starting in goal for the Rustlers tonight after suffering an injury on the road in Meadow Lake last weekend. He's all patched up and ready to go. As the Rustlers look for a big win against one of the league's top teams. Now, as usual, before we get started tonight, we'll listen to the PA announcer. He's got a few things to say about tonight's event, and then we'll hear our national anthem before we get to hockey action. We'll be right back with you.
Welcome, everyone, to SaskAlta Senior Hockey between the Wainwright Rustlers and the Paradise Hill Hawks. Your starting goaltenders for Paradise Hill, number 1, Andrew Reeves. And for your Rustlers, number 33, Thomas Eisenman. Tonight, the Rustlers would like to welcome their honorary captain, Leon Woodward. Leon is 4 years old and plays for Little Tykes. His favorite hockey teams are the Wainwright Rustlers and the Edmonton Oilers. His favorite NHL player is Leon Draisaitl, and his dad, Cody Woodward, is his favorite Rustler player. Leon's ideal pregame meal is pizza, and in his free time, he likes to play hockey on the outdoor rink and ride his horse, Jake. Welcome, Leon. Your Wainwright Rustlers would like to welcome you to our 7th annual Mental Health Awareness Night game. We partnered with Wainwright on Wellness tonight to recognize the value that mental health programs bring to our team and our community. Please join with us in recognizing and honoring how important mental health is on our kids, our community, and ourselves, and checking your programs for information and resources about this so important topic. It is at this time we ask you to rise if able to, and remove cover for the flag of Old Canada.
And we are ready for puck drop here in Wainwright on a Saturday night. As you hopefully heard from the PA announcer, this is the 7th annual Mental Health Awareness Night. The Rustlers partner with Wainwright on Wellness to teach local youth about the importance of mental health and reach out to the greater community with mental health resources within the community that can be accessed, and to just raise some awareness on the importance of mental health. It's a very important topic, and we're going to talk about it more throughout the game as we go along. But before that, we're ready for puck drop as we line up here at center ice to get the night started. McCluskey wins the opening draw for the Rustlers. As Goslin plays it up the center ice to McCluskey, dumps it in. Woodward on the chase now. Puck gets rung around the boards. Mike Shirley in the corner there. He gets muscled off the puck, though. The Rustlers have to hustle back. It's Cole Horn throwing a big hit right in front of his own bench, sending the message early against this top team in the league. Rolling puck ends up in the crease, and Tommy Eisman jumps onto that, holds on for a face-off. As I mentioned earlier, Tommy Eisman suffered an injury to his hand in Meadow Lake last weekend. Sliced a finger open pretty bad on a skate, but he's all stitched up and appears he's good to go. So he draws the start tonight in a one-game weekend for the Rustlers. Now as Wainwright dumps it in, Paradise Hill moves it up through the neutral zone. Dump attempt is fanned on. The Rustlers have time to regroup, but they turn it over at the blue line, and a long shot from the point is stopped easily by Eisman. Now James picks it up, sends it up to Dicker. Through the neutral zone to Hamilton and cross ice to Mullet. He can't make the third pass, though. But Dicker forces a turnover just outside the blue line, makes one move to get around the defender. Can't get around the second, though, and now the Hawks take control in their own end. James puts a stop to that zone exit attempt as the puck is deflected up and over the glass. We get a whistle here. Just about a minute and a half gone in this one. And we've got Lishka, Clausen, and Ray out there as the forwards with James and Fletcher on the back end for the Rustlers. The Hawks win the draw. They go D to D in their own end before just chipping it up the boards. They try to enter the zone. They do so just barely onside. And now cycle going in the corner, but the Rustlers force a loose puck, pick it up, and chip it off the boards and all the way down the ice. Bit of an unlucky break for the Rustlers there as that puck ended up on end and just rolled all the way down the ice. Nobody could catch it, so it's icing, and we've come all the way back down to Eisman's blocker side. Clausen in for the draw now. He wins that one straight back. Fletcher's there to play it. Sorry, James is there to play it to Fletcher. Now the Rustlers get bumped off the puck in their own end as they now are able to clear the zone. Lishka's going to chip it off the glass and go for a quick change. Full change for the forwards. The Hawks quickly gain the zone here. Short angle shot hits the side of the net. Paradise Hill maintains possession only for a second, though. Connor James gets it, but he turns it over. And now the Hawks in tight, looking to go far side from a bad angle, but Eisman with a great pad save to kick it away. Now Woodward sends it to Shirley. He tries to avoid the defender, and the defender stuck a knee out. He's going to be getting a kneeing penalty. And that's going to put the Rustlers at a big advantage here. Shirley looks like he's no worse for the wear. He's taken a couple ugly shots this season, and he's bounced back no problem. And now we got a little jaw and a little shoulder check going on as Shirley was making his way back to the bench. It's the Hawks trying to send a message, it seems, early in this one. Alternate captain Logan Spence trying to stir something up there with Shirley on his way back to the bench. But now the Rustlers with a 4-minute power play opportunity. Wainwright wins the draw. It's Hamilton, sends it behind the net to Mullet. He'll play it up to the point to Goslin. Goslin with a long shot, gloved out of the air. No screen in front of the goaltender there. And he holds onto that one, no problem. Goaltender for the Hawks opposite Eisman is Andrew Greaves tonight. Paradise Hill will be relying on him in this stretch here with a 4-minute opportunity on the power play for the Rustlers. Mullet had a backhand chance there off the faceoff. Couldn't get it up and over the pad, but the Rustlers maintain possession. It's Goslin at the point. Sends it to Dicker, but that pass is a little too stiff. Handcuffed him a bit. And the Hawks are able to clear the zone. Now Goslin behind his own net. Gets it to Mullet on the right wing. He'll just dump it in. Hamilton's there, and he leaves it for James. He tries to slide it over to Dicker, but that one was out of his reach, and the Hawks are able to clear the zone once again. Rustlers on the breakout now. It's McCluskey. He's got Hamilton and Shirley with him. Goes a little saucer pass to the back post, but Shirley wasn't there yet. Rustlers able to hold on to it, though. Hamilton battling in the corner, tries to chip it up the boards to James, but it doesn't get there in time. Goes all the way down the ice. Cole Horn's going to go chase it down. Eisman will leave it there for him. Horn now has two Rustlers. Woodward and James had a little bump into each other, but they jump up and get back into play, no problem. Woodward looking for it in the corner, but the Hawks get there first and they clear the zone. As Eisman rings it around the boards to James. The Hawks have now nearly killed off. As of now, they've killed off the first 2 minutes of that 4-minute penalty. Rustlers still looking for a scoring opportunity on this power play. Hawks clear the zone once again, but Eisman quickly sends it up ice. He's got Woodward there. Plays it to Goslin in the middle. He's got it at the point now. Sends it to Fletcher. Leaves it there for Hamilton. Hamilton whiffs on the shot. He's able to hold on to it, though. And he'll tries to make a move, but lost the handle. The Rustlers yet to get a scoring chance on this advantage. Fletcher in his own end. We got 1:15 left in this power play. Mullet crosses the blue line. Leaves it for Hamilton. Goslin at the point. And he loses it. And now breakaway for Trevor Kretzer of the Hawks. And he goes way high stick on that one. That's no goal. Kretzer with the breakaway opportunity. Took a shot from the high slot. And Eisman made the save. The rebound went way up in the air. Kretzer decided to knock it into the net from about 2.5 feet over his shoulders. So that's no goal. 1 minute left in this power play for the Rustlers. As the Hawks dump it in once again. James picks it up now. He's got lots of speed, but he's going to dump it off to McCluskey down the right wing. And McCluskey with not enough speed as James is flying. And the Rustlers go offside. Face off just outside the Hawks zone. They win the draw, dump it all the way down the ice. Eisman will leave it there for James. After that offside, he's going to carry it himself this time. Dances around the defender with a backhand pass to Shirley, but his one-timer goes just outside the left post. Best chance of the night so far for the Rustlers. Now McCluskey gets a pass right on the blue line. Can't split the D, and the Hawks come the other way. Rustlers able to force a turnover. They can't clear the zone, though. But now Ouellette makes a play behind his own net. Swings it around the boards to Shirley. Back to Ouellette. And Ouellette's pass was deflected and rolled all the way down the ice. Hopped down the ice, I should say. And now puck bouncing around in front of the Rustlers bench in a full line change. It's a sketchy situation, but they get away with it. And Norman just dumps it in and chases it down. He'll lay a big hit and another little shot in behind the Hawks goal, but Paradise Hill has possession. They're going to take their time exiting the zone as we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Rustlers need to watch out for number 9. He's carrying the puck right now down the left wing. His shot is deflected up and into the netting. Last time the Rustlers played these Hawks in Paradise Hill, number 9, Mr. Lane Young, wasn't able to pick up a point. Well, that was the only time this season he didn't pick up a point, as he was leading the SaskAlta by a country mile in scoring. 46 points in the season. Next closest is at 30. 16 points better than the second highest scorer in the league. He's been red hot. He's the driving force of this team in first place in the SaskAlta and the Rustlers. We're going to have to try and shut him down for the second time this season. That'll be a problem for a few minutes from now as he's on the bench. Mullet picks up the puck in his own end. Drops it there for Fletcher. Fletcher's looking for Dicker up the middle, but his pass is deflected. And now Hamilton picks up a loose puck right on the red line. Comes down the left wing. Little toe drag. Slick Rick right in front of the net. He can't put that backhand top shelf. He does draw a penalty, though. It's going to be hooking. So Rustlers are going to go on their second power play opportunity. Third, if you count the first one as 2 minors. It's going to be Logan Spence in the box, 2 minutes for hooking. Now it's McCluskey, Woodward, and Shirley as the forwards in this power play unit with Goslin and Ouellette on the back end.
Penalty for 12. Logan Spence, 2 minutes for hooking.
Goslin trying to dump it, but dumps it right into the crowd. Luckily didn't hit anybody. Heads right to the staircase, but it's going to be a face-off all the way down towards the Rustlers' blue line. We'll have a little more ground to cover now as McCluskey comes in to win the draw. And it's Goslin once again with the puck in his own end. He sends it to Ouellette now. Woodward, nice cross-ice pass to Shirley. The Rustlers are going to try and set something up. Defensemen are going for a change, or Goslin, I should say, went for a change. Ouellette tries to put a shot on goal. He whiffed in the first one, and the second one was blocked. And now he's going to have to back up because it's a 2-on-1 for the Hawks coming the other way. And Ouellette with a great defensive play getting in the passing lane and breaking up that chance. And now the Rustlers have numbers coming the other direction. It's Shirley crossing the blue line with the puck. He cuts to the outside, but it gets knocked off his stick. Now the Rustlers will have to try and set something up here again. It's Cole Horn with a long shot with a deflection from Hamilton right in front. Not enough to beat Greaves, who is out above the blue ice. The Rustlers are down to 52 seconds remaining on this power play. 10:44 left in the first period as this one's flying by. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. James shuts down a clearing attempt at the blue line. Sends it to Dicker. Dicker looking for an outlet. He finds James with a hard shot. Now and is saved and steered into the corner. Now from behind the net, Mullet trying to get it to Dicker. He does eventually, and the puck ends up on Hamilton's stick. Now to James on the point. He finds Mullet. James looking for it at the point. The passing lane isn't there. It is now. Now cross-ice pass to Horn. His shot saved. The rebound came right out in front, but the Rustlers couldn't get a stick on it. And now a loose puck in front of the Paradise Hill bench. The Rustlers coming away with it. They do enter the zone for the time being, and now out of the box comes Spence. He's got a breakaway on a loose puck, but he can't do anything with it. Tries to go to the backhand, and the puck rolled up on end on him. He couldn't get it up and over the pad of Eisman, and now a great scoring chance for Young, the league's leading scorer, but he goes off the post and up into the netting. Now the Rustlers are going to be shorthanded for the first time tonight. It's going to be Cole Horn, 2 minutes for tripping. After the Rustlers failed to convert on 6 minutes of power play opportunity in the first half of the period, they're going to have to try and kill 2 minutes on their own end. Rustlers win the draw here. Fletcher slings it around the boards and all the way down the ice.
Cole Horn, treated for tripping. At the penalty 9:37. Horn, 9 tripping. At 9:37.
And now the Rustlers are going to be taking another penalty here. Yeah, and there it is. Looks like it's going to be Tyler Ray. 2 minutes for interference on the goaltender. It's just a unlucky situation for Ray, who's trying to apply pressure on the forecheck. The goaltender just skated right into Ray's lane.
For penalty to number 61, Tyler Ray. 2 minutes for goal
Interference, nonetheless. And now Young at the point.
Ray,
He passes it to Matthew Fletcher, who has a seeing eye shot from the point. Top corner over the blocker, and the Hawks take a 1-0 lead here. Nearly 11 minutes into the first period.
That Paradise Hill goals for the power play. Number 4, Matthew Fletcher. Assist to number 9, Lane Young. Number 19, Brady Ray. Paradise Hill, 905.
Rustlers still shorthanded after that Paradise Hill goals. They were down 2 men thanks to the interference penalty. And Shirley doing a fantastic job on the forecheck on the penalty kill, breaking up 2 zone exit attempts. Now the Hawks are going to try again. It's Young down the left wing once again. He slams in the brakes. Tries to send it to the point, but Shirley's there to pick it off in the high slot. He'll take his time, though. And eventually clear it down the ice. Not all the way, though. Enough to kill some time as we're got 1 minute remaining in the penalty kill for the Rustlers. Now the Hawks step into the slot, shovel it down towards the post. They got a sharp angle shot on goal. Couldn't bury it. And now it's Young at the point. He sends it to the wing. It's Fletcher. Back to Young. He fans on the one-timer. And now the Rustlers might have a chance the other way. It's Hamilton coming in. He swings it around the back of the net and just leaves it there, killing some time as his teammates went for a line change. Down to 20 seconds left in this penalty kill. That stretch pass attempt didn't connect, but it ended up right on goal, and Eisman's able to hold on to it for a face-off. So we got 19 seconds to go in the penalty to Tyler Ray. 7:36 left in the first period. A muddled draw there eventually goes the Hawks' way. They work it down the half boards on the left wing. Try to get it down low, but Gosling gets enough on it to clear the zone. And that's going to do it for the penalty as Ray comes out of the box right now. The puck lands right on his stick. But it was a hand pass. So it's whistled down right away. If Busky wins the draw, the Rustlers have to back up, though, as the one a little too strong. Now Bailey from his own end sends it to Shirley, who just dumps it up towards center ice. And the Rustlers force a turnover. It's Woodward. He's got McCluskey with him. McCluskey with a great opportunity. He goes to the backhand instead of pulling the trigger, and the goaltender had him read like a book. Rolled over to his blocker side and made the save, holding on for a face-off. Lusky's going to stay out there and take this draw. Paradise Hill wins it. They try to set something up, starting from behind their own net. They come right up the middle with some speed. They enter the zone, but can't hold on to it as Bailey breaks it up there. Shirley's going to pick up the loose puck behind his own net and shovel it over to Ouellette. Ouellette tries to find McCluskey, but that pass was out of his reach. Now Bailey trying to chip it forward. It almost came right out in front of his own net. But he's able to recover. Now he's got Clausen with him to help try and clear the puck, but it ends up at the point. And the Hawks with an opportunity. It's steered wide by the paddle of Eisman. Now the Rustlers go for a change. Clausen with a great job breaking up a pass there as the Rustlers almost got caught on the wrong side of an odd man rush thanks to the change, but Clausen with a great defensive play. Now it's Fletcher in his own end. His pass is broken up. Now the Hawks enter the zone down the right wing. They slam on the brakes in the corner. Peters sending the pass out to the point. And now Young in the corner. He goes right through the crease, but his pass doesn't find anybody on the other side. Hawks holding possession firmly in the offensive zone right now. Cycling it around. Pass into the slot is broken up by Ouellette. Or James, sorry. Now the Rustlers go for nearly a full change. Fletcher, the only man back. His teammates are coming back to support him now. Goslin breaks up that pass attempt to the back post. And Goslin dumps a man behind the net, and the referee's arm immediately goes up. Looks like it's going to be a boarding call. I don't know if that was so much boarding or the fact that Goslin's about 65% bigger than the guy he hit. Nonetheless, the captain's going to go to the box. And the Rustlers back to the penalty kill once again. A lot of special teams in this first period. Wainwright wins the draw. Ouellette hammers one around the boards, but Young gets there first before it can leave the zone. And a huge hit by Cole Horn. Trying to get things going here for the Rustlers. Throwing the body on the penalty kill. And now a great scoring chance there for Salzel, I guess. Aaron Salzel? Is that how you say that? Anyway, puck rolled up on him a bit. His one-timer went way up into the netting. Faceoff comes outside the blue line. Hawks win the draw. They try to get their power play going here. Peters carries it into the zone. Sends it up to the point to Young. He plays it down low once again. That shot's fanned on big time. By Clayton. And now we're getting another penalty here. It's a hockey game in Wainwright, so there's going to be a lot of penalties. Anybody who watches hockey here knows that. It's going to be on the Hawks this time to even things up at 4-on-4 hockey. It's going to be Tyler Musgrave going 2 minutes for holding. And we're going to go to 4-on-4. It's going to be Clausen and Lishka with James and Fletcher for the Rustlers. That dump attempt went straight up in the air into the rafters, so we'll take a quick whistle here and another face-off in the same spot. 4 minutes to go in the opening frame. Hawks up 1-0. The Rustlers win the draw. It's James at the point. Didn't have a shooting lane, so he doesn't pull the trigger. He finds Lishka now, and now back to James. His one-timer grazes the outside of the post. Rustlers hold on to it in the offensive zone. It's James with a spinorama in front of the Zamboni doors. A double spinorama the other way, and now the Hawks have it pinned. Lishka fighting for it. Lishka comes away with it. He gets it to the point to Fletcher. He can't handle that one smoothly, though, and Lishka gets it back, plays it to James. James trying to split a pair of Hawks players there, but they get the best of them and clear the zone. Not very far, though, and now the Rustlers almost had a chance to take advantage of a Hawks line change. Couldn't move the puck up ice quite quickly enough, though, and now Fletcher just gets it up to McCluskey. Put in a group of players there just outside the blue line. They can't enter the zone. The Hawks able to clear it all the way down. And now it's Ouellette in his own end. Shirley enters his zone down the left wing. He turns on the jet, slams on the brakes, though, trying to find McCluskey for a cheeky little opportunity. Can't get it through, and now the Hawks pin it against the boards once again. When it does come loose, they ring it all the way around and clear the zone as the Rustlers have the man advantage for the next 25 seconds. Shirley dumps it in for McCluskey to chase. Can't get there in time. The Hawks clear the zone. Power play is down to 11 seconds now as Eisman sends a stretch pass to Woodward. He tries to go all the way across the ice to Hamilton, but Lane Young was there. Picks it off. He takes a couple whacks at it in the slot. Couldn't get a shot through the group of defenders. And now we're back to 5-on-5 hockey with 2 minutes to go in the first period. It's Ouellette taking his time, coming out from behind the net. Sends it to Dicker, Dicker to Hamilton. That one goes loose puck, squirts across the ice to the left wing. Nobody can pick it up. Nobody in an orange jersey anyway. And the Hawks play a little dump and chase. Goslin's there to play behind the Rustlers' goal. He pokes it forward, trying to get it to Dicker. He does get there in time. He goes cross ice to Mullet. Now the Rustlers have numbers. It's Mullet and Goslin. He goes to Goslin, and he goes back to Mullet, and he scores! The Rustlers tie it up at 1-1. Goslin with all kinds of hustle, jumping into the rush, coming down the left wing. As Mullet carried it in down the right wing with a beautiful saucer pass to Goslin. He tried to toe drag it around the sprawling goaltender, but the goaltender was able to poke it away. Luckily, it ended up on Mullet's stick, and he buried it in the wide open goal. Making it 1-1 with 1:13 left to go in this first period.
The Russell goals for number 7, Ty Mullet. Assist number 4, Spencer Goslin. Number 86, Kellen Dicker. Have that goal, 1:13.
Now a little game of you first, no you first at the Hawks goal, but eventually Paradise Hill does move it up. Right at center ice, and a nice big hit thrown by Clausen right in front of the penalty boxes, but guess what? Another penalty. They're calling a charging penalty on Clausen, and that might be one of the worst penalties I've seen all season. And I watch it here on my trusty replay. Clausen glided in. Glided? Glowed? Glided. It's got to be glided, right? He glided in the whole way, took half a stride into the hit. We need to save that clip and show it to the referees at the intermission.
The Rustler penalty, number 6, Trevor Lawson. 2 minutes for charging. Penalty, 49 seconds.
Now the Hawks move it along the blue line.
Minor penalty for charging, 49 seconds.
It's Young at the top, at the point, and send it down low. Loose puck there. Fletcher can't get enough on it to chip it past the forward. And now a shot nicely blocked by Mullet. Rustlers doing all they can to keep the Hawks off the board here in the last 15 seconds. It's at the point, now on the right side, now on the left side. We're going blue line to blue line. No shooting lanes open. As time ticks away, it's 4 seconds left. And the Rustlers do a great job on the penalty kill at the end of the period there. It ends 1-1 after the first. The Rustlers will come back to 1 minute and 11 seconds of penalty kill to take care of. But they're going to have an opportunity to catch their breath and come out refreshed for the start of the second period on the penalty kill. We're going to take a break too. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you in after a short 20-minute intermission. Welcome back, folks. It's time for the start of the second period. Once the Rustlers filter their way back out onto the ice. From what I heard, there was a fiery intermission speech, so see what your Rustlers look like coming out. Start the second period. They're going to be shorthanded, though. Trevor Clausen's still got 1:11 to serve on possibly the worst charging call of all time. But Rustlers have looked pretty good on the penalty kill so far tonight. They've given up one power play goal, but they've been on the penalty kill 3 or even 4 times. Paradise Hill wins the opening draw, but it comes all the way down to their own end. They come up the ice down the right wing and chip it over to the boards, where they chase it down. Now in behind the net. Hawks get it up to the point. Now down to the half boards and left wing, back to the point. Long shot, steered up and over the net by Eisman and his blocker. And the Rustlers chip it off the glass, but not out of the zone. Great stick by Fletcher to get in the passing lane there. Once again, not able to clear the zone, though. And Fletcher with a great shot block. The Hawks come away with the puck. They work it up to the point. 20 seconds left on the Clausen penalty. As Eisman makes another save, and the rebound ends up in the corner. Hawks work it up to the blue line. Long slap shot goes wide of the goal. The rebound comes right back towards the blue paint, but Eisman's able to jump on it, hold on for a face-off. 9 seconds to go on the Clausen penalty. As we're a minute into the second period here now. Yeah, we're good to go here now as McCluskey wins the draw. Here's Goslin, picks up the puck, chips it up the boards, can't get it out of the zone once again, though. Hawks go cross ice, and then cross ice once again. The second one doesn't connect. Clausen comes out of the box and sprints to the bench. And the Hawks with a glorious opportunity in the high slot. Mano-a-mano with Eisman, but the goaltender flashes the leather and holds on to that puck. And we've got a face-off here in the Rustlers zone once again as we go to 5-on-5 hockey. Lusky wins the draw once again. He's looked good in the circle tonight. And they send it up to Woodward. He comes across the blue line. Spins around and fires a pass to Shirley, but just inches off target. Rustlers able to keep it in the zone. Woodward goes to the front of the net. With McCluskey, they're looking to redirect it, but couldn't get a stick on it. The Hawks come the other way. They dump it in. Eisman comes out to play it. Over to Shirley. He gets hit from behind, and the Rustlers are going to get a power play here now. As the Hawks do touch the puck. And it's going to be called boarding. Once again, maybe not the most accurate penalty call, but it goes in the favor of the Rustlers this time, so they'll take it. Trevor Kretzer going to the box. The referee, Kelly Longley, just big fan of power plays. And no penalties left, right, and center. Rustlers have the advantage this time. They work it around, and Hamilton with a hard shot goes up and over the net. That one caroms off the glass and all the way down the ice, and the Rustlers have to break out and try and set up once again. It's James. Slip repeat through the neutral zone. He drops it there, but there's no teammate to pick up the loose puck, and the Hawks are able to clear all the way down the ice. Fletcher with the puck now in behind his own net. We go to Hamilton in front of the benches. He enters the zone, drops it back off the boards. Mullet with a cheeky little pass over to Dicker. Now down to Hamilton, down low. Touch pass to James. He's looking for an outlet. He had the point, but he skates it up to the point himself. Now leaves it for Hamilton. Back down to James as they cycle back and forth. Down low to Dicker. He steps out in front of the net with the goaltender in the right place. Great positioning. He follows that one up. Holds on for the face-off. The Rustlers. Nearly a full-service change. Connor James is going to stay out there, rightfully so. As they've got 54 seconds left on the power play. Rustlers win the draw. Connor James over to Goslin. Goslin with a shot high and off the shoulder of the goaltender. And now Shirley, the loose puck in front. The defenseman, Hawks defenseman, diving to swat that one away from trouble. James' shot gets blocked. The Hawks player was crouched down right in front of him. Shirley carries it in. James gets tripped up. No penalty, no arms go up for the referees in that one. Goslin placed over to James. He goes cross ice to Shirley, but the pass was behind him. And now down low to McCluskey. The Rustlers at times tonight have had trouble with possession of the puck, but they slide it quickly over to James. Now it hits, hard shot. Looked great, but just over the crossbar. And now we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. As Rustlers working out in front, it's James there. Tries to go to the top of the crease for Shirley, but his stick got tied up. And Paradise Hill is able to turn things up the other way. Hard shot steered wide by the blocker of Eisman into the corner. Goslin's there fighting for it. He's got Hamilton with him. Shirley's there as well. The Hawks gain possession out of the corner. We'll put an easy wrist shot right on goal as Eisman scoops that one out of the air without issue. The Rustlers with possession off the draw. We get it to Dicker. He's got some speed down the right wing. Goes to the backhand, but his shot goes wide. Now Hamilton trying the wraparound, but he got thwarted there. And now Mullet with an opportunity on an open net. And it gets knocked wide. Dicker jamming away at it on the post. But that one's held on to by Greaves. It's the Rustlers with chance after chance. Down low in the zone there, but they can't bury one. Hamilton's in for the draw now. He wins that back. Dicker's got it along the half boards, but he gets pinched off. Roulette stops it from leaving the zone, but he can't get the second chance. And the Hawks come the other way. It's Young with tons of speed, but can't find himself a shooting lane, so he backs up. Steps into the slot. His shot goes high and over the net. Long shot from the point is blocked in front of the goal. Now the Rustlers doing all they can to get out of the zone. It's on Hamilton's stick, and he's got time to casually step up to the blue line and dump it in so his teammates can get a smooth line change. And now Horn chases it down in his own end. The Hawks work it down low. Lishka's there battling for it as Fletcher as well. Clausen's in there. The Hawks come away with the loose puck, though, and a great shot. Aaron Sauls, though, comes away with the loose puck out of the corner, and that right-hand shot coming out of the left corner. Had a great angle to just step out. Right in front of the net, fire one. Top shelf over the glove of Tommy Eisman. Paradise Hill jumps back out on top. It's 2-1.
The Paradise Hill goal scored by number 10, Aaron Sauls, unassisted. How that goal, 14-19.
Woodward with a great cross-ice pass to Shirley. You can't control that, though. Does a great job chasing it down and applying a ton of pressure on the forecheck. Eventually the Hawks escape that pressure. Bang it off the boards and out to center ice, where Bailey picks up the loose puck and hits Shirley right inside the blue line. He finds McCluskey on the other side with a great opportunity. Loose puck in the crease, and McCluskey buries it. Just like that, the Rustlers tie it up. It's 2-2. What a quick turn of events for the Wainwright Rustlers. Bailey with a great pass to hit Shirley just at the blue line, and he finds McCluskey cross ice. McCluskey's shot was saved, but the goaltender Greaves couldn't hold on to the rebound, and all McCluskey had to do was take one really good whack at it, and it finds the back of the net. The Rustlers win the draw as they try to keep things going here. It's Cole Horn in his own end. He finds Hamilton. Unfortunately, it goes offside, so he has to let that go and allow the Hawks to come the other way. No icing as that one was tipped right at center ice. Dicker from in front of the Hawks bench. Can't get it out of the zone. Paradise still had an opportunity there. But a pass hits one of their own skates and comes out to center ice. The Hawks regroup just inside their own blue line, and the stretch pass is deflected all the way in, right behind Eisman. And now the other way is Mullet. He's just trying to chip that forward, but can't get all of it. Hamilton picks it up, though, as the puck bounced right onto his stick. Another loose puck in the crease, and the Rustlers score. They take the lead. The loose pucks in the blue paint have been a blessing for the home squad tonight. And this time, Levi Woodward cashes in on a loose puck in the goal mouth. Bangs that one home to give the Rustlers their first lead of the night. It's 3-2. In a wild sequence of events in the last 4 minutes, the Rustlers come away with the lead. For the first time tonight, we got a high stick here. We're going to blow it down. Paradise Hill knocked that out of the air with a high stick. The face-off will come outside the Rustlers blue line, but what a way to turn the momentum. What a way to turn the momentum for the Rustlers. As out of nowhere, they've got the lead. Connor James comes down the left wing with all kinds of speed. He was getting harassed with 2 or 3 defender sticks, and he couldn't get a clean shot off, but he does a great job of knocking down a puck out of midair inside the blue line. Keep possession in the offensive zone, but his backhand pass to the slot doesn't connect, and the Hawks come the other way. They got numbers, but James, with all kinds of hustle, gets all the way back and makes the defensive play, putting a stop to that scoring opportunity. Just an incredible effort by Connor James to make sure that the Rustlers hold on to their lead. Hawks win the draw. Their shot hits a teammate from the point, and Woodward just chips it out into the neutral zone. He picks off a pass. Seconds later, comes flying on the left wing, plays it out in front of McCluskey, and he directs it right on goal, but good save made by Greaves as he holds onto that deep in his crease for a face-off. 11:44 left to go in this second period as we've had all kinds of action in the first 8.5 minutes. Now McCluskey, Shirley, and Woodward in for this draw. We got Bailey and Ouellette behind them. The Hawks come away with it, though. With good pressure from Ouellette, forces the Hawks to just dump it, and the Rustlers get possession in their own end now. Shirley with the puck in the corner. He plays it down to Bailey. Up to Dicker along the boards, and he just barely gets it out of the zone, forcing the Hawks to regroup. Now Bailey back to his D partner, Ouellette. He sends it up to Shirley. He tries to chip it up towards the Hawks blue line, but it gets knocked down out of the air. And now Young, coming down the left wing, sends a pass right into the slot, but a good job by Bailey and Ouellette to tie up the man in front to prevent any kind of scoring opportunity. Bailey's pass gets knocked down. Ouellette chips it up, but it was tipped in the air by a Hawk stick. for a high sticking whistle. Now it's going to be the hard-working line of Hamilton, Mullet, and Dicker out here. And they've got the brute force behind them in Goslin and Horn on the blue line. Rustlers dump it in, and Mullet's there on the forecheck. Horn keeps it in at the blue line. Now Dicker fighting in the corner. Horn knocks it down out of the air to keep it in the zone. Mullet's got it in behind the net now. He tries the centering pass from in behind the net, but it lands on a Hawk stick, and they're able to clear the zone. Horn swings it up to Mullet. He's just going to chip it forward, tried to chip it forward for Dicker. Would have sprung him if he could have got enough on it. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. Then Cole Horn's able to dump it in and throw a hit. Classic Josh Berg style. Berg's on the IR for a while, but Cole Horn filling his role nicely. We're in the second half of the game now. There's 9:56 left in the second period. Once again, Rustlers holding on to a one-goal lead here on home ice, where they're perfect so far in the season, a perfect 6-0. James out of the corner. Swings it around to Fletcher. He's got Lishka. Lishka chips it forward, but it's deflected up and into the Paradise Hill bench, forcing a face-off. Clausen, Ray, and Lishka out there now. The Hawks win the draw. They'll play a little dump and chase. Eisman gets a stick on it to leave it there for James. Ray loses it in the corner as he gets bodied up there. And now James is there to chip it up to Lishka. But the Hawks once again in front of the Zamboni doors. Forced turnover, a stretch pass from the Rustlers. Just out of the reach of Lishka. And we got an icing call coming all the way back down to Eisman's right-hand side. It's still Clausen, Lishka, and Ray out there. They win the draw. Ray plays it behind the net to Fletcher. Now Lishka with a aerial pass cross ice to Ray, who chips it into the zone, but only momentarily. It's the Hawks gain possession across the blue line, and they just went offside as Lane Young was a step too quick for his teammates' liking. And just like that, they thwart their own scoring opportunity. The Rustlers breathe a sigh of relief as that goes by the wayside, and the league's top scorer goes to the bench. Now it's Woodward coming down the left wing. He cuts back to the middle, trying to find Shirley. The cross-ice pass just bounced over his stick. Bailey keeps it in the blue line and plays it down low. Rustlers stop a clearing attempt once or twice there, but not the third time. And now Bailey dumps it in. That one rolled up on him a bit, and it goes up and into the netting. Face-off will come outside the Paradise Hill blue line. Rustlers win the draw now, and it's Goslin at center ice, picks it up. Tried to find Hamilton, but just out of his reach. Tons of pressure from the Rustlers in the forecheck, and it forces a turnover just outside the blue line. But then they turn it over themselves once again. And now that one's a little bit more of a penalty. We'll give it to the referee this time. He made the right call. It's going to be a hooking penalty on Kelvin Hamilton, who was racing back. And the Rustlers are going to be shorthanded for the next 2 minutes since we got 7:52 remaining in the second period. With a potent Hawks power play on the ice, the Rustlers are going to try and kill this one off. Hawks win the draw. It's Fletcher. Over to Young. Back to Fletcher at the top. Matthew Fletcher steps his way across the blue line. Finds Peters. Peters with a long shot goes wide of the goal. Now Clayton chips it up to the Fletcher. Over to Young. Down to Peters in the corner. And now Fletcher at the top. His shot, with all kinds of screens in front, beats Eisman on the blocker side. As I said, that potent Hawks power play does what they do. And cashed in on the power play. And that ties the game at 3 goals apiece with 7:23 left in the second period. The Hawks jump the puck in, and the Rustlers bring it around. Try and find Shirley. He got upended. Looked like a slew foot from my vantage point, but no penalty there. Glusky, his clearing attempt is thwarted. And now Fletcher will try his hand at it. He does get it out of the zone, but not very far. And the Hawks are able to dump and chase once again. Connor James got absolutely run over. But he hopped right up, getting back into the play. And now Young with a great chance out in front. Eisman with a beautiful save with his left pad. And things are getting a little crazy here. Starting to get a little aggressive here. As Logan Spence, who has very clearly been trying to get under the skin of a number of Rustlers players so far tonight. He's throwing some hits out in front of the benches as the Rustlers get an opportunity there. Dicker's shot goes just off the glove of the goaltender into the corner. Now Hamilton's there trying to center the puck. He's got Dicker in front. He was banging away at it at the top of the crease along with Shirley, but neither of them can put it home. Just over 6 minutes to go. The Rustlers trying to get back out in front before the end of this period. And that line of Hamilton, Dicker, and Mullet will stay out there. Rustlers win the draw. But it gets knocked off Mullet's stick and all the way down the ice. Bailey, with lots of speed, chases it down. Ouellette running a nice, clean pick for him. Bailey's pass is a little over Mullet's stick. He'll go all the way down the ice. No icing call as the defenseman will get there in time. Hawks can't break out of their zone cleanly, giving the Rustlers a chance to gain the zone themselves. Mullet can't hold on to a bouncing puck. So Ouellette plays it over to Hamilton. He'll just dump it down low and go for a change. Bringing Clausen onto the ice. Clausen picks up the loose puck just inside his own blue line. Tries to play it off the boards, but ends up on a Hawk stick, and they dump it down the ice on Eisman. Looked a little awkward for a fraction of a second there, but he was able to hold on to it no problem. We're down to 5 minutes left. 5:11 to be exact in the second period. It's 3-3. Again, it's Clausen, Lishka, and looks like Norman's going to get a few minutes here. We haven't seen him on the ice much tonight. Get a quick change here. The Rustlers come out with Shirley, who just picks up the puck. Cody Woodward, who just received the pass. And centerman Scott McCluskey. That dump attempt took a weird bounce off the glass right into the slot, but there was nobody there to take advantage of it. Rustlers chip it into the zone, but they were offside, so they had to hold up for a second and get back outside the blue line. And they force a turnover in their own end, and now Woodward whiffs on the pass, unfortunately, as he had Shirley in good position. And now the Hawks come in quick. They look for a pass right into the slot, but a great defensive play by Spencer Gosselin to get in the passing lane. Horn with a stretch pass to Hamilton. He tries to sidestep the defender, but gets dumped in behind the net. He jumps right back up. Now James inside his own blue line to Hamilton, who chips it forward. Both teams looking for a lot of stretch passes here. None of them are really working out, so we're just playing a little what's that video game? Pong? Was it Pong? Is that what it used to be called? Like that original video game that you just play a ball back and forth like it was tennis. A little outside my gaming age range, but if anybody in the comments, is it Pong? Let me know if I'm right. Anyway, Rustlers looking for the stretch pass once again. Doesn't connect. So Clausen dumps it in right on goal. Not held onto for a face-off. The goaltender lets that one go, and now we got a Hawks penalty here as they got a little too aggressive. Levi Woodward was coming in hot on the forecheck. And Rogan Patrician decided he was just going to dump him. And that's going to send him to the box for 2 minutes. So with 3:22 left in the second period, the Rustlers are going on the power play. Rustlers win the draw. Woodward goes around the back of the net to find Fletcher at the point.
Number 2, Rogan Patrician. 2 minutes.
Shirley with a sharp angle shot, and the rebound comes right to Cody Woodward. Can't get anything on it, though, and now the Hawks are going to be able to clear the zone. Shirley's on his horse, getting on the back check, which forces the Hawks to dump it, go for a change. And now the Rustlers trying to set something up. They work their way through center ice. That pass is knocked down, so Shirley's going to regroup. Lusky along the boards, leaves it there for James. He goes all the way across the ice to Cody Woodward. Now to Goslin, and his one-timer goes wide of the net, and the rebound off the boards lands right in Connor James's feet, but he couldn't get his stick on it in time. And that chance goes by the wayside. 1 minute left in the power play as Spencer Goslin has the puck behind his own net. He plays it up to James, who has to just swing it back to Hamilton. Now to Mullet as they enter the zone. Drops it to Hamilton. Hamilton's pass to Goslin gets knocked down, but he's able to regain possession of the puck. Hamilton goes cross ice once again, and that one doesn't connect. Now a quick shot on a bouncing puck from Mullet. Misses the net. Rustlers with possession. Goslin just tries to feed one in front, looking for a tip. Doesn't get anybody in front, and the puck skips right over Connor James's stick. The Hawks came the other way with numbers, but Eisenman's glove hand was no match for that wrist shot from the faceoff dot. As we got some bit of a scuffle behind the net here as Goslin is showing Justin Young what he's made of. They're both going to go to the box to think about their actions. It is Pong. Okay, good to know. See if I can find a Pong for my PS5. 10 seconds left of the power play now as the Rustlers exit their zone. It's Cole Horn with the puck. Wearing a silky number 91 for the Rustlers. They played in behind the net. Nothing doing there. Puck goes up and in the air. Looks like the referee's saying it hit the mesh. And it went off Clausen, so that faceoff's going to come outside the Paradise Hill blue line with 1:17 to go, and we're back to five-a-side hockey. McCluskey in for the draw. He's got Shirley on his right, Cody Woodward on the left, and he wins it. James dumps it into the far right corner. Shirley just chips it forward for McCluskey. Pinned against the wall now. Woodward coming in to help. There's two Rustlers, two Hawks there. Squirts loose. Woodward doesn't let the Hawks gain possession of it just yet. And Shirley with a great one-timer right out in front. But unfortunately, it ends up right in the chest of the goaltender. Great opportunity there as the Rustlers are able to chip it off the boards right into scoring territory. No change. Same bodies out there trying to make something happen as McCluskey wins it forward, tries to put a shot on goal, but couldn't get anything on it. And now pass out in front to Shirley. Gets blocked at the very last second. Bullhorn able to keep it in the blue line, and puck gets down low. Woodward's pass is chipped up in the air. And now a mess of bodies in front, and Horn somehow didn't get an interference penalty there the way. And now we're getting a penalty? Now we're getting a penalty. He didn't put his hand up when the original interference happened. But now they're calling it a slash. I'm going to watch my trusty replay here. See if anything that Longley called made sense. Unfortunately, we didn't get a good look at it here, but you're wearing the stripes with the red band on your arm, you get the final say, so I guess it is what it is.
Penalty to number 91, Bullhorn, 2 slashing.
Hawks with 25 seconds left in the period, looking to cash in on the power play here. They work it to the point. Fletcher, his shot goes up and over the net. And now Peters works up to Fletcher. He finds Young on the other side. Back to Peters. Comes all the way around the boards to Young once again. And he fumbles it, giving Carson Fletcher, a chance to clear the zone. And that is just enough to run out the time on the second period. As we end in a 3-3 tie after 40 minutes of hockey, it's been an exciting one here in Wainwright in the battle for first place in the SaskAlta Senior Hockey League. It's going to be a big third period for both these squads. But we're first going to take a break. Quick 20-minute intermission. We'll be right back with you. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you soon. Welcome back for the start of the third period. Once again, just like how the second period started, the Rustlers are shorthanded. 1:31 left to kill in this penalty. So Rustlers are able to clear it all the way down the ice, kill a little more time. The Hawks, with lots of speed, come up the ice and fire a shot well wide of the net. And it caroms all the way down the ice, killing more time off their penalty. Happy to hear from Ken King in the comments section. Ken, I don't think we've heard from you all year. I'm happy you're watching. Always great to hear you're joining us from Arizona. Hope it's nice and warm down there. It was nice and warm here today, too. Actually, we had up to 4 degrees. It was beautiful. Great job from Hamilton there to get in the passing lane just inside the Rustlers' blue line. Get the puck all the way down the ice. We're down to 30 seconds remaining in the Rustlers' penalty kill. They're not allowing the Hawks any kind of clean zone entries right now. Putting a lot of pressure on in the neutral zone. They do enter the zone now, though. Slide it over to Young on the left wing, but there's nothing more you can do than just chip it down low. The Rustlers cleared all the way down the ice once again. And with 4 seconds left on the penalty kill, that's all she wrote. We're back to 5-a-side hockey. Hawks able to enter the zone. Bailey throws a hit in the corner, jars the puck loose as he gathers it, sends it to Woodward, who was looking for Shirley on the stretch pass, but couldn't connect on that one. Hawks are going to try it themselves now, but they have to play a little dump and chase, but it's Ouellette is the first one to get there. Swings it around to James. Back to Ouellette now. He sends it to James, a little touch pass, a little one-touch up to Shirley, and his shot, hard shot, was blocked. Rebound lands right on his own stick. And James with a pass right in front. And in an effort to combat the two Rustlers' bodies with a great presence in front of the net, Rogan Patrician is going to take his second penalty of the night. It's going to be a hooking call, 2 minutes on Patrician. The Rustlers going to power play, trying to break this 3-3 deadlock. Muddled face-off, but the Rustlers come away with it. It's Hamilton that sends it to James at the point. James with a long shot is scooped out of the air by Greaves as the first opportunity of the power play comes to an end. Took just 7 seconds, though. Lots of time left in this man advantage. As the Hawks won the draw that time and got the puck down the ice. James picks it up behind his own net. He leaves it there for Hamilton on the left wing. Takes it all the way in behind the net. Plays to the point back to James. Hamilton now. Leaves it there for James. James looking for the shot. No lane, so he dumps it to Hamilton. Hamilton fans on that shot. Gets it back to James once again. It's the Hamilton and James show. And James's shot was blocked in front of the net. Couldn't get all the way to the goal. And the Hawks able to clear it. James chases it down, but Eisman would grab it first. Now James swoops back around. Picks it up. Plays it up the right wing. Cross-ice pass to Goslin. He tries to leave it there for Shirley, but Shirley wasn't expecting that. So he's got to hustle back and pick it up. We're down to 45 seconds remaining in the power play. James with speed down the left wing. Crosses the blue line. Steps around a defender. Swings around the net. He's got Woodward up top. He finds him. Woodward looking for something to do with it. He's got a man down low. He sends it to Shirley there. Now back to James at the point. He's got Goslin on the other side, but he takes a shot. And it had a chance right in front. I'm not sure if that was deflected or if the goaltender just got a piece of it. But it looked like it was redirected at the top of the crease. And now James with a dipsy doodle, slick Rick. But it falls by the wayside as the Hawks are able to clear it. Mullet picks up a loose puck in the neutral zone as we're back to 5-on-5 hockey once again. And after Mullet dumped it, the Hawks tried to enter the zone, but it was broken up once again. And now Hamilton with a slick move. He tries to drop it. It eventually finds Mullet, but he couldn't get enough on the shot. He had an opponent harassing him from behind, and the Hawks forced to make a couple moves just outside the blue line due to plenty of Rustlers pressure, forces them offside. We're a few seconds shy of 5 minutes into the third period, and it remains a 3-3 tie. Hawks with possession off the faceoff. They flip it way up in the air. Bradley picks it up in his own end. Sends it to Mullet, who tried to do a little kick pass over to Hamilton, but didn't get enough of it. Now pass right out in front as the league's leading scorer had as good of an opportunity as he could ever have. But he sent it way high over the net. Hawks enter the zone now, down the right wing. It's Young. Slams on the brakes. Steps back towards the blue line. Tries to get it down low into the slot, but it was redirected off course and right onto the net, where Eisman holds onto it for a faceoff. Once again, just want to say a special shout out to Wainwright on Wellness. They do such a great job with this annual Mental Health Awareness Night. The day starts at 4 p.m. I mean, it starts much earlier for the organizers who set everything up, and they do a great job. But for the kids, the day starts at 4 p.m., and they play mini sticks in the common area between the two rinks here at the Peace Memorial Multiplex. Play mini sticks with the Rustlers players. A good number of Rustlers players were involved this year, taking time out of their day to play mini sticks with the kids and have a great time. Then they share dinner and have a talk with some mental health facilitators about the children's mental health and talk about some of the resources for kids and their families here in town, and some tips and tricks on what they can do to keep their mental health in check and keep themselves tickety-boo. And then they get to share what I'm sure is a really exciting moment for the kids. They get to share a tour of the Rustlers dressing room, which is a new Rustlers dressing room this year, as the team worked with the town of Wainwright to revamp the dressing room and have their own personal space in the locker room. But anyway, the children get a tour of the locker room and get a real good inside look at the Rustlers and how their world ticks. And then they also got to come out and skate with the Rustlers during the pregame warm-ups, which was really cool to see. Real exciting moment for the many youths who took part in the event here today. And then, of course, in our programs for the game today, there's plenty of quotes from some of the players and the Rustlers, as the Rustlers have a good chance here. It was Shirley flying down the right wing, put a shot on goal, and it was held on to for a face-off. But in the program here, we have a number of quotes and messages from some of the players. One of them here is, how does participating in sports help your mental health? Brent Soretsky, who's not in the lineup tonight. Great defensive play there by Cole Horn, by the way, as we get back to the hockey game we're watching. See, broke up what was nearly a clear-cut breakaway for Young. But Brent Soretsky says stress release is a huge social/team aspect is how participating in sports helps his mental health. For Mike Shirley, he said you can create memories that last a lifetime. And for Ty Mullet, he says it keeps me focused and setting goals for myself, and he loves the group atmosphere. Of course, there's many benefits to playing sports or team sports. and helping with your mental health. And when asked about how do you manage stress, Connor James says, I go outside, go for a walk. That's a great tip. Brad Bailey says, get involved in sports and hang out with my dog. He didn't say hanging out with his best friend, but I'm not going to be offended by that. Nick Norman says, exercise and staying healthy really helps, as of course it does. And of course, in the rest of the program here, there's a weird bounce comes right in front. Eisman's able to clear it. But just lots of great mental health tips for all those who are here watching the game today and picked up a program. A wonderful job, as always, is done by Wainwright on Wellness. They are an absolutely vital organization in our community, and just want to give them a big shout out for all the hard work they do, especially on a great night like this. Now the Rustlers in the slot. Lishka has a golden opportunity right in the slot. Point blank, but he couldn't beat the goaltender. It was sprawling and managed to get a piece of it, knock it down, and just fell down on top of it for a face-off. We got 11 and a half minutes left to go in this third period. Still playing to a 3-3 tie. It's Cody Woodward cycling it around the zone. Gets it to Gosselin at the point. His shot goes right on goal, but it's scooped out of the air by Greaves. It's McCluskey, Shirley, and Cody Woodward out there as the forwards. Ouellette and Gosselin is the D pair. And Ouellette, great awareness to step right into the passing lane. Gets it to Shirley, and his shot was saved and held on to without too much trouble as there was no traffic in front. Looking for the rebound there, but didn't get one. The Rustlers with an offensive zone faceoff will try again. They win it. It goes to Gosselin, and his shot gets knocked down. The second attempt gets knocked down, and the Hawks are able to clear the zone. Well, they dump it in. It was tipped, so there's no icing call. Goes all the way down into the right corner in the Rustlers' end. Now it comes back up to the point. The Hawks work it down low, but the Rustlers force a turnover. They try to break out. The stretch pass kind of found its way to Hamilton. He chipped it forward, but didn't have enough space to get to it in time to make a play on it. And now the Rustlers force a turnover in their own end, but promptly give it right back to Young. He can't get a shot off as Hamilton plays a little backhand between his legs. And is able to get it all the way down the ice. Rustlers can't get a scoring opportunity out of that, though. And now the Hawks with another stretch pass that doesn't connect. Rustlers just played into an empty space so they can go for a line change. The Hawks come the other way. That shot from just inside the blue line goes well wide. Rustlers clear the zone. It's Clausen down the right wing. Puck was rolling on him in front of the Hawks bench, but he's able to pick it up. Plays it across the blue line. It's Norman now. Norman leaves it for Levi Woodward. His shot is blocked. Cole Horn tries to hold, and he gets a penalty for that? This officiating, my goodness. It's going to be holding. It's going to be holding. I would have said interference. It's going to be holding. 2 minutes to Cole Horn. As the bouncing puck got past him, and he refused to let the defender have a free lane to the loose puck. So once again, this Hawks power play steps back onto the ice. The Rustlers penalty kill is looking like Scott McCluskey, Mike Shirley, Carson Fletcher, and Connor James. James does a great job in the corner as he's being hauled down. He's able to clear the puck all the way down the ice. Hawks enter the zone.
It is an orange ticket. Ticket number 1579.
The Rustlers just barely able to clear the zone, but it turns out that was on a hand pass. So it's whistled down. Ooh, a little over $1,000 for the 50-50 tonight. Of course, I did not win again. I'm telling you guys, I'm going to win one this year. But not this time, but somebody's come away with a nice smooth $1,000 after watching a great hockey game in Wainwright tonight. Hawks win the draw. 30 seconds expired on the horn penalty. The Hawks entered the zone, but they were a mile offside. Two of them were offside, and they're not too happy about the whistle, which is silly. Now the Rustlers, they're going to kill some more time off this penalty kill. They win the draw, and James was trying to spring himself, but he got knocked off his stick, so he had to regroup, and then he placed off the glass, and unfortunately he bounces up into the netting, so it's going to be a face-off in the Rustlers' end. But they've knocked 45 seconds off this penalty. Lawson comes into the draw to Eisman's glove-hand side. A muddled one once again. The Hawks eventually come away with it. It's Peters in the corner. But it scoots up the boards, and Hamilton gets a stick on it, enough to clear it down the ice. And the Rustlers, with a full-service change. It's now McCluskey and Shirley with Ouellette and Goslin. About as good as a penalty kill unit as you can find on this squad. And a shot from the point goes up and over Eisman and the net. Hawks retain possession along the boards, but once it's chipped out, it lands right on McCluskey's stick, and he smartly slides it down the ice, nice and slow, killing as much time off the clock as possible. 20 seconds left in the penalty kill. Horn is standing and ready to go. Hawks play it down right onto the net, and a rebound comes right out onto a Hawk stick, and now Eisman's getting in the mix as we got some rough stuff in behind the net. Eisman was not happy that he got hacked at, especially considering he's got stitches in his hand, presumably. He came in guns a-blazing after getting whacked at the side of the net. The only thing better than seeing a defenseman stand up for a goalie is a goalie going after the opponent himself. One of my favorite things in hockey. But now the Hawks are being assessed the penalty. It's going to be Ted Creech. I didn't see the call, or the signal from the referee. But I'm going to guess it had something to do with Eisman getting whacked in the hand. And now with some 4-on-4 hockey, we're back to Rustlers power play all of a sudden. And James flips it up to the center ice to Mullet. But a little confusion on the breakup strategy there as the Hawks have a chance to clear it down to the Rustlers goal.
2 minutes for slashing.
It's going to be a slashing call. Now Hamilton dumps it in with James on the chase. Swings it back to Hamilton. We've got James there on the left point. Fletcher on the other side now. Back to James. James with a long shot. Couple whacks at it in front. It's Mullet. And Dicker had a couple chances out in front. But now as the Rustlers try and play it down low in behind the net, it gets cleared away. James now swoops in behind his own net. Try and find some space. He'll play it there to Goslin. So we got 42 seconds left in the power play. Now Shirley on the right wing. He'll carry it into the zone. He's got McCluskey with him. He's got James in the back post, and that pass just missed him. Now Woodward along the half boards. Plays it to Shirley. Shirley's got nobody on the point on his end, on his side of the ice. He had nowhere to go with that puck, so he just chips it around back. Now in front to Shirley, and his shot goes up and over the net. Now a chance at the side of the goal. McCluskey can't find the net on that one, and now it's Shirley playing it up to Goslin. We got 7 seconds left to go in the power play. James cross ice to Shirley. No shooting lanes available anywhere. Back to James now. He'll step into the slot. His shot's blocked. He retains possession. Tries to get it down low, but it ends up on Woodward's stick anyway. Goslin from the point. His shot goes off the shoulder of the goaltender and right into the netting. So you got a face-off here after a wild sequence of events for the Rustlers. 5:42 left in regulation. It's still a 3-3 tie. Hamilton wins the draw right to Mullet. Mullet goes to the backhand as he was sprawling towards the slot. Can't beat Greaves, who's in a great position there. We'll try this all over again. Hawks win the draw this time.
Rustlers like to thank the following sponsors.
They play it up into the neutral zone. Horn's there to break that up, though. What a night he's been having. As responsible as you could ask for out of a defenseman. Now the Hawks force a turnover. They step into the slot. It's Young coming in with a chance. But that puck is cleared away by Hamilton. He'll carry it himself through the neutral zone and dump it in as his teammates go for a line change. He'll apply a little pressure on the forecheck himself. Doug Lighthizer with the 50-50 tonight of $1,070. If it's not going to go to me, at least it's going to go to a fellow Leafs fan. Shirley fires one on net from a sharp angle. It misses, and James's shot gets deflected up into the netting. It's going to be an offensive zone faceoff for the Rustlers once again with 4:39 to go in regulation. Getting down to the nitty-gritty here. McCluskey comes in for the draw. He wins it back. Fletcher at the point. He had no shooting lane, so you're just going to dump it for McCluskey. He's got Woodward there, too. Connor James out there, as you'd expect him to be out there for pretty much the remainder of regulation. Big offensive threat. He gets the puck. Plays it low. Tries to little give and go and play it out to the slot. And now the Rustlers are getting another penalty. It's going to be Shirley this time as they touch the puck now. It's going to be 2 minutes for tripping on Mike Shirley. With an even 4 minutes to go, the Rustlers are going to the penalty kill once again. As the penalties are flowing tonight. We've had more special teams than 5-on-5 hockey in this game. And now the Rustlers once again going to have to kill the penalty against this Hawks power play. They play it right on net with a sharp angle looking for a rebound, but Eisman's able to hold on to it. It's going to be McCluskey and Mullet, along with Horn and Goslin here. Trying to kill the last minute 46 of this penalty. Rustlers win the draw. Goslin doesn't get enough on it to clear it. And the Hawks, Young picks it up at the blue line. They play it to Fletcher. Fletcher back to Young. All the way across the ice. Back to Young now. He can't handle that pass. He steps in the slot, fires a shot. It is directed wide of the goal. Young once again, up to Fletcher at the point. His shot is blocked in front by Goslin, sacrificing the body. And now the Hawks find Young on the right wing. Makes a little toe dragger on McCluskey, but his cross-crease pass can't find anyone. Hawks able to maintain possession in the zone. They swing it around the boards. Now back up to the point. On the left side, they go right to the slot, and the one-timer beats Eisman in the 5-hole. The Rustlers looked like they were running out of gas there, and they just couldn't clear the zone. And with 2 minutes, 49 seconds remaining in regulation here, Paradise Hill Hawks take the lead. It's 4-3 here in Wainwright. Hawks come away with the puck off the draw. They work it in behind Rustlers' goal, but James is there to pick it up. Swings it back to Fletcher. Back up to James along the boards now. He goes to Dicker on the left wing. He's got Clausen with him. Clausen with the one-timer just inside the blue line is knocked down by the goaltender and held onto. Goalie went sprawling in towards the face-off circle, and Clausen was coming in hot, kind of ran him over a little bit, but complete accident. Got 2:21 to go. Rustlers now trail by 1. It's Hamilton, Dicker, and Mullet out there for the Rustlers. They got Connor James and Carson Fletcher with them. And now Dicker in front. His shot is swallowed up by the goaltender as it lands right on the logo on the crest of his jersey. A good opportunity there from Dicker. No personnel changes. We're going to try this again. Hamilton wins the draw once again. It makes its way back to James. He goes right in front looking for Hamilton, but it bounces off his stick, and the Hawks come away with it. They come flying down the right wing. It's a 2-on-2 rush. That shot is right on goal, but Eisman kicks it away cleanly. And now the Rustlers can't break out cleanly. Hawks are just going to make a nice little play across the blue line. Young comes in, but can't hold on to the puck as he bobbles it, cutting across the blue ice. The Rustlers now have to regroup. We got 1:35 left to go in the third period. Eisman's looking to the bench. He's ready to come to the bench for the extra skater. He doesn't go quite yet because the Rustlers can't enter the zone. Roulette hustles back to pick up that puck behind his own net. 1:20 to go now. He plays it to Shirley, who can't hold on to it cleanly. And Roulette now takes his time. Head up, finds Shirley. Eisman is now coming to the bench. He's coming to the bench now, and here we go. We got 6 skaters for the Rustlers. The Hawks, though, have possession of the puck.
Last minute of play.
And now James is the last man back, along with Young. James is able to play it off the boards to Hamilton. Hamilton coming through the middle of the ice. He plays it over to McCluskey in the right wing. McCluskey with a hard shot. Rebound comes right down into the slot, but there's no Rustlers there to pick it up. Goslin's there. He puts it on goal. But Woodward can't knock it in. Shirley has it on the left wing. He plays to the point to James. That shot is blocked. The Hawks are going to try to clear the zone. They do just barely clear the zone. And now they've got a chance for the open goal, but it goes just wide. 26 seconds to go. Goslin plays around the back of his net. His time ticks down. We got 20 seconds. Hamilton plays it up to Goslin. Goslin, the backhand pass to James. James down the left wing. Woodward knocks down a clearing attempt as the Hawks got to control the puck with 9 seconds to go. Now McCluskey's running out of gas in the corner. There's not much the Rustlers can do at this point unless they get a shot here from Fletcher. 2 chances right at the buzzer. The Rustlers with all the pressure in the world, but they can't find the back of the net. Heartbreaking finish for the Wainwright Rustlers on home ice as they suffer their first home loss of the campaign. It was an entertaining game, that is for sure, but the final score, 4-3 for the visiting Paradise Hill Hawks, who now take a firm hold on the top spot in the SaskAlta Senior Hockey League standings. Final shots were 30-24 in favor of the Rustlers, but Andrew Greaves played a hell of a hockey game tonight. So did Thomas Eisman in his own right. Fantastic effort on both sides from both goaltenders. A whole lot of special teams tonight. And the Paradise Hill power play was the difference as they came through in the final 2 minutes of the game to steal the win on the road as the Rustlers once again take their first home loss of the season. But that's going to do it for us tonight. The Rustlers, moving forward, are nearing the end of the regular season as the playoffs are just around the corner. Up next for the Rustlers, they're going to hit the road on Wednesday night and go to Hillmond to play the Hitmen for the first time this year. As it's a makeup game from earlier in the season when there was some rough winter weather and the game was postponed. So they'll make that up on Wednesday as they go to Hillmond. And then on Friday, 2 days later, Hillmond will come here for an 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time puck drop. We'll be here bringing you all the action on YouTube in what will be the Rustlers' last home game of the regular season on Friday night. And then the following night, they will head up to St. Walburg to play the Eagles in what will wrap up the regular season. So 3 games in 4 nights for the Rustlers. It will be a busy end to the regular season. And then we'll see what the playoff picture looks like after that. But that'll do it for tonight. Thank you for joining us. Not the results we wanted here in Wainwright, but it was a heck of a hockey game to watch. 4-3 for the Paradise Hill Hawks. We'll see you next Friday at 8 p.m. as the Hillmond Hitmen come to town. Until then, I'm Zach McLaughlin. The lovely Raina Murray working the camera tonight. We appreciate you joining us, and we'll see you on Friday.